Hello and welcome. My name is Cameron, and welcome back to episode 8 of our Let's Play series of Stone Block 3 Mod Pack. So last episode we just got the smeltery, started off there, got that finished, and I mentioned that this episode I want to get into finishing the rest of these getting started quests. Specifically, I want to get the mob soul set up so we can get some soul sand. And that way we can go ahead and get some resources like quartz and whatnot. And this will allow us to get into some of these other mods as well. We kind of need the soul sand to get the rest of our resources that we want. In the same way, we also need to get the crushing wheel set up so that we can get some more items from here as well. So tin, lead, I think bauxite we can't have access to, osmium as well. We can use that in the crusher by crushing some gravel to get those different resources. So we definitely need those to get on with other mods as well. So let's take a look at maybe setting up something this beginning of the episode to help us get this mob soul. And then after that, we'll kind of go through the crushing wheel as we go and get some of these mob souls. I think this will take some time. We got to get mobs to spawn and then start doing that as well. So let's get to that. Okay, so it looks like for Okay, so let's get started with the mob soul. It looks like they have it says in here it has a 20% chance of dropping anytime a mob dies. When we click on it, it says it has an 80% chance of spawning every time a mob dies. It doesn't sound like it has to be a hostile mob, but I'm not going to kill off all these beautiful chickens. So I think what I'll do, at least for the time being, just so we can get started, is I'll just dig this way a little bit. So we have some dark room, and I'll get rid of some of these torches. And we'll just kind of wait for mobs to spawn and see about getting them that way. So let's expand this way. Okay, so I went ahead and dug a large tunnel out this way and just unlit it. So we'll see if mobs spawn out that way. It'll kind of give me an indication of whether we can create a mob spawner with just the regular stone as well. The fact that I don't see any spawning already is kind of worrying to me. I don't know if we have to be out in the outer cave levels to see if something spawns or not. So we'll let that go during the episode, and we'll check back on it periodically and if I see anything as well. I'm also just collecting some of these eggs around here and seeing if we can get more chickens. Just because I know the chickens are going to be a big part of some resource collection in another mod. So I'm just getting these started. We probably don't need this many, but we like having chickens around. They give us a little bit more entertainment and some joy in this world. So we'll go ahead and keep them. Look at there. Yeah, they're just hanging out all over the place. So it does look like I need some more light. So for now, I'm just going to add it in certain sections here. I'm probably going to put more lighting in eventually. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get on with this opening quest. I'm not going to go through the Cobblegen Tier 5 yet, just because it's not really something I need currently. In this world, we have plenty of cobblestone. And and we're generating it faster than the crushers can handle anyway. So let's look at the crushing wheel. When two crushing wheels rotate into each other, they crush what passes through. While this can be used to process ores and the like, it's also how several are gathered. So we can ponder this. We're going to need two of them. Grind items very effectively. They need to turn into each other. Makes sense. You just pass blocks in between and get process out the bottom. So we can, yeah, pass stuff in automatically and also collect that stuff on a belt, which is nice. So let's see about these crushing wheels. I don't think I've made them just yet, but we'll grab some cog wheels while we work, and some shafts because we'll definitely need those as well. Maybe a gearbox potentially. Probably not the... yeah, we'll need the funnels too to drop stuff into it as well. So let's go ahead and do the crushing wheel. So what do we need for this? Okay, so we'll have to get into the mechanical crafting as well. So we'll need a bunch of andesite alloy, some wooden planks, and any kind of stone. So we'll have to get into these mechanical crafters, which need a crafting table, brass casing. Okay, so we need to create some brass as well, and an electron tube, which needs iron sheet, polished quartz, which uses sandpaper, so we need nether quartz for this. So this is actually being stopped by the soul sand. Let's see. Yeah, we need quartz to create that. It looks like we can bulk wash some crushed gold ore and potentially get some nether quartz as well. So it looks like we need the crusher anyway to do this. So we kind of need the nether quartz to be able to go this route anyway. So we'll save that recipe just so we have it. But looks like we'll need a few of these, I think. I've never used mechanical crafters. Let's see. Let's ponder these. An array of mechanical crafters can be used to automate any crafting recipe. Using a wrench, the crafter's paths can be arranged. Okay. For a valid setup, all paths have to converge into one exit at any side. The outputs will be placed onto the inventory at the exit. Mechanical crafters require rotational force to operate. Right-click the front to insert items manually. I'm sure that can be automated. Once every slide of the path contains an item, the crafting process will begin. Okay, and you see it all moves that way. And there we go. Crafter setup. The start can be forced using a redstone pulse. Okay, so I think, well, yeah, what it's saying here is to create these crushing wheels, we're going to need 21 mechanical crafters. So we're going to need actually quite a few of these. Let's see, is that the biggest array we have? No, so we have some bigger ones. So, but 21 seems like a pretty common one. That's actually how we'll need to do some of our chicken stuff eventually when we get to that as well. Interesting. So that's how we get this different kinds of chickens. We have 58 for this one. Okay, so it looks like that definitely needs to be set up, which in order to do that, we need the quartz. And in order to get the quartz, we can check one more time. Looks like we're going to need the soul sand as well. Let's see, you can pulverize. Is there any other way we can get this? Cutting board is quartz. Yeah, bulk washing, we'd need crushed gold ore. And we can only get that through crushing or the pulverizer, which we could try to get into some thermal expansion. We don't have to do create all the way. Like obviously we'll need the crafting to get through to other mods, but we could get started on some thermal expansion while we wait. Again, let me check this to see if I see any mobs. I don't see any spawning, so interesting. I wonder if this has any clues with any of these different things. I'm not gonna like it, but I might try to see if I can get a mob soul by... I'm sorry. I might have to sacrifice one of you and pray that it gets me a mob soul. You don't have to see this. Okay, so I don't know. That wasn't able to give me a mob soul. Spared you guys the scene of having to watch that. Don't know if I just had bad luck, but I don't really want to go around massacring a bunch of chickens to see if I can get one of their souls. So we're gonna have to see if we can do another one. Let's see. There's other ways to get mobs to grind. Mobs to spawn, excuse me. Oh, a bee just spawned out in the open. That's nice. Oh, we don't have to go and dig for him a bunch. I think while we wait for something to spawn there, we could start to expand this area because we're going to need it, especially with those crafters and whatnot. Let's see what this bee gives us. It'd be nice if he could drop a mob soul, but I don't think so. Hello, any day now. Excuse me. I think he forgot what his job was. There we go. Oh, an egg. Oh, oh no, no, get out of there. There we go. Another egg. 2 eggs. Oh, a chance cube as well. Okay, well, that didn't help us too much, and I don't think we're going to get monsters spawning. Yeah, it looks like all that's spawning space, but let's see what the quest book says about some mob grinding, whatnot. Yeah, dreadful dirt, we can't really get too much, I don't think. We'd need a rotten egg, which we need some of this essence of XP. Interesting. Some chicken feed. Yeah, not too much in the way of getting things like that, so craftable bread chickens. These can be crafted directly. Interesting. These have to be bred together. Nice. Let's see. I mean, maybe we have to go and do some exploration to get that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can do get it the thermal expansion way, get some quartz going. Really, the quartz is what we need to kind of get through the crushing wheels. We're going to need lots of it though. So let's go ahead and look at the thermal expansion chapter, thermal series. So we have creating some power, different stuff here. So dynamos. Dynamos generate flux energy, Fe. We can do Stirling, so this will burn coal and whatnot to give us power. Compression dynamo, I believe, is you kind of provide a heat source and water as well, so it's like a steam one. Magmatic is obviously lava. Lapidary dynamo, so what, lapis maybe, disenchantment, uses enchanted things. Gourmand dynamo probably uses food. So let's just go ahead and get a basic Stirling generator because we have tons of coal being produced from these, so this isn't too hard to go ahead and make. Let's get some of the resources we'll need. We'll need some gold, a couple pieces of stone. Grab some of the stone here. Where is it? Oh, maybe I don't have it saved anymore because I was using it for these. Go ahead and use this to get some regular stone back. And yeah, we'll need some gold like we said. And we'll need some iron nuggets. So go ahead and get a gear. Let's see, should we mass craft a couple of these? We definitely should get a crescent hammer. Crescent wrench, however you want to say it. Stirling dynamo. Yep, so let's get that iron gear again. Get our redstone flux coil. Get that made. Okay. So we'll just set it up along here. For now, this is all temporary. And we'll go ahead and get some power going. Tons of eggs. We'll just throw a bunch of coal in there because we have plenty. Okay, get that producing some stuff. I'm interested, once it reaches max capacity, does it keep processing this? Or does it stop? Is it a smart one where it'll stop? Output 10, yeah, it looks like it slows down the usage of this. So let's go ahead and look into the next item, which is redstone flux cell. Redstone flux cells store flux energy. Storage can be improved with augments and enchantments. So we'll go ahead and save this one. We're going to need cured rubber, iron, another flux coil. See, that's where we run into it. We need lead to create some of these, and lead can only be gained from crushing with the crushing wheel, which means we need the other stuff. But we do not need one of these right away to jump into a pulverizer, I believe, because we have access to copper. Machine frames, again, we kind of run into the problem, I guess, with tin, because we need the raw tin, which comes from here. So yeah, I think we'll actually need this crushing wheel is kind of like a blocker for us. So we definitely need to work on getting these mob souls. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything spawn here, so I don't know if it's even possible for mobs to spawn like this, just in regular. So we might have to see about going to that first cave layer, or potentially some other way to get mob souls. So I'll look into that. Okay, well, I got a mob soul. There's nothing went wrong here, but I got one. So we'll just kind of nothing happened. They're all just, yeah, they're normal. See, I love the chickens. Look, I just made a new one. We'll just kind of throw those in there. Nothing to see. Okay, so we did get a mob soul, which is great. So this kind of opens up the possibilities again for us. So here we can get soul sand by combining sand, a mob soul, and some water in a mixer. After your first, you can make more by bulk hunting with a fan. Okay, so we need to create a block of soul sand. So for this, we're going to need a mixer with a basin underneath. So I remember I did save those recipes. And it looks like we just throw all these in there, start mixing. Should work fine. So let's go ahead and get this mechanical mixer. I don't think I made these. Nope. So let's go ahead and get these made. So we're going to need a whisk, a cogwheel, a casing. So let's see. Let's grab some iron sheets. I should have this that I need. Let's grab a piece of wood for a casing. Am I going to need another casing? No, but I might need more andesite alloys, so we'll see about those. We needed to strip these, right, and then use these, yep. Okay, so we have some iron, so we should be good. Let's create our whisk. And there we go, we can get the mixer. That was a quest as well. Where was this quest? Is there another quest for create specifically? Yeah, okay. And let's go ahead and do the basin. So there we go. So we could just use something similar to this. So we'll just do recipe filter. Interesting. I think we're going to need a block right here, and then we can put the mechanical mixer there. And so we're gonna need a gearbox as well, it looks like, because this needs to go the other direction. I wonder if I can hook it up to this over here, just because I already have one that's going a different direction. Let's see, where's the mixer? Yeah, let's bring it over this way. I kind of am already turning it here, so let's go ahead and put a gear here. Let's put our mixer, where'd he go? Right here. So that's going. And we'll put, I think this might have to be higher. Let me see where this mixer goes. Yeah, so it has to be right underneath it. And then, does it? Interesting. So we'll put here. I've kind of trapped myself. Okay, so this should be good. So what do we need again? We need to create the soul sand in the mixer. We need water, some sand, and the mob soul. So let's see. How do we get the water in here? I wonder if this has, you need liquid going into it specifically. Some of these, okay. So these can be mixed. Let's see. Some recipes may require the heat. It looks like we didn't need heat, it said specifically. Filter slot. Yeah, it can be used if two recipes are conflicting. Moved with the water source over to here. So I think what we can do, I've never used this before, but maybe throw water in there. Okay. Sand as well, there should be some here. Do we drop it in or place it in? So we must drop it in. Okay. Get our mob soul. Gets all mixed up. And we got one piece of soul sand. Cool. So there must be a way we can use soul sand to get... Oh, you know what? Actually, yes, there is. Let's go ahead and get this bulk haunting up. So we just need a flint and steel to be used on soul sand, but we need another encased fan. So we'll go ahead and grab one of these. We'll go ahead and... Oh, let's see, what do we need? So we need the flint and steel. I think we should have some flint. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay. We'll kind of... we'll speed it up just like we did over here. Actually, we should just be able to bring this on over. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, bring him over as well. And should be able to put the encased fan here. Oh, we're overstressed. So this is actually the first time we've seen this. So we see all our gears actually stopped up. It says overstressed. Do we have a thing? No, but it tells us. It appears that this contraption is overstressed. Add more sources or slow down the components with a high stress impact. So this will be good when we have the goggles. We can actually see how much each thing is being used up. But pretty much what it's saying is we have so many machines going, and the fact that we're speeding some of them up. So I'm sure if we slowed this down, it could probably do it. So let's see, like if we put one right here, see it's not overstressed when I put it there. So it also has to do with the speed you're doing things at. But we'll go ahead and put that there. And so what we pretty much have to do is add another source, which isn't great since I put all these drawers here. These should be moved out front, but pretty much all we need to do to fix this for right now is add some more sources, so more water wheels along here. So let's go ahead and move some of these. It's nice that they keep their inventory, so we can go ahead and move them really easily. Let's just move all of these. And let's see, this is going to take a while. I'll be right back. Okay, so we went ahead and got those moved over. So yep, we still see it's overstressed. Let's just go ahead and we'll just throw, I guess while we're here, we might as well put a couple more in. As long as we're doing it, just keep us unstressed for a little bit. We can eventually replace these with better sources of rotational energy eventually, but I think this should be good for now. Just adding more water wheels eventually, like I said, we'll move. and get some better sources once we get into create. Let's get some of these. Combine those. Let's get as many water wheels as we want. So we'll add 5. So that'll give us definitely some future proofing. Go ahead and just go ahead and do that. So what we'll do is we should be able to remove this without, this is going to want to float over, but no problem. So we will, let's just grab some dirt to build with. Block this off just for now. Let's also grab some cobblestone so we can use that. That's what I'd prefer to work with. We're not going to get that B, it's really far down. I think we should be fine for now. So we'll go ahead and we're adding, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be the process for all the ones that we want to add for right now, as long as we're using this. So we'll go ahead and put those, and we'll go ahead and stop this from going there. Put these back. I don't know how that's there right now. Probably new with the Minecraft version we're on. Yeah, this becomes a real mess working with water now, doesn't it? Okay. So yeah, we need to get some buckets. And we'll remove back here. Go ahead and add one there, there, there. We need 2 more. Okay, those should be good now. I'll throw a torch. And we see that everything's back and running, which is great. Let's put those back. Okay, there we go. So we have... Oh no, how did the chicken get up there? I don't want chickens up here because I don't want them going into there. Now I'm worried since I saw an egg up there that something's already gone. So we'll go ahead and throw a piece of soul sand here. We don't need really any other pieces here. One thing I did want to try, I think I saw that if you blow them over a slab, processed items will go over the slab, and potentially things that are being processed will stay on this side, like on the bottom. So that's one way we could filter out what we're actively working on and what we're waiting for. So let's go ahead and try this out. Grab the flint and steel, get that going. And so let's see. We can throw a couple pieces of sand right there to get turned into soul sand. I'm interested, once it turns to soul sand, will it? No, it remains on that side. So, okay, well, that's fine. For right now, we'll go ahead and get a bunch of soul sand here. And this is great. So now we've actually got a way to produce the kind of things we need. So with the soul sand, we can now use this with some bulk washing to get our nether quartz, some glowstone, and some more gold as well. We'll use this nether quartz in order to do the crushing wheel. Well, not the crushing wheel specifically, but the mechanical crafters that we need. So between episodes, I'll process a lot of this sand into soul sand, and then get the nether quartz we need. And I think next episode we'll come back and we'll actually be able to start getting this kind of stuff. I also want to protect this because I definitely feel like chickens would love to jump into the fire, because of course they do. So we'll keep this safe for them as well. So I think that is going to be episode 8 of the Let's Play series. Oh, oh my gosh, we actually have a slime destroying all of our... Oh, so we get a slime spawning, but we haven't gotten anything else. Okay, well, it's good to know we're in a slime chunk right here. That's going to be fun, trampling our crops all the time. But I'll go ahead and get this fixed up, and that is where we call it. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.